Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
What up? Y'all already know this is Pawn's Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Man. A lot of drama in the sport of boxing, a lot of drama, but with more drama is more content. It's more things to talk about. Y'all already know good events coming up. July is heating up. July is going to be one of the best months in the sport of boxing, especially in this side of the pond. Oh, and abroad as well. Y'all already know July 19th, one of the special days in the sport of boxing. We got Manny Pacquiao, the 8th Division World Champion, back in the ring. The 8th Division World Champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time World Champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao, back in the ring versus the WBC welterweight champion, Mario Barrios from San Antonio. Also in that card, we do have the rematch of Sebastian Fundora, the junior middleweight champion of the world, versus Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu was supposed to be this phenom. I remember a lot of people was trying to shame Jermell Charlo with Tim Tszyu. They was calling Jermell Charlo a dog. You ducking, Tim Tszyu, you ducking. I'm like, yo, y'all crazy. Y'all desperately trying to crown this guy. Like, I remember there was a poll out there that said that Tim Tszyu was already better than Jermell Charlo. I'm like, yo, these people are smoking crack, bruh. Fumando crack at the gente. Yo, right, folks? People were saying already, Tim Tszyu is better than Jermell Charlo. He's ducking Jermell. I mean, he's ducking. Jermell Charlo is ducking Tim Tszyu. I mean, even when Jermell Charlo went to fight Canelo Alvarez, he's scared of Tim Tszyu, and then look how Tim Tszyu turned out to be. And I was saying that since day one. What the fuck are y'all seeing this guy? What they was seeing? And then I remember when it was gonna be Tim Tszyu versus Keith one Tom Thurman. I'm like, yo, Keith one Tom Thurman is gonna beat Tim Tszyu. No, he not. He watched out. No, he not. And then when Tim Tszyu got knocked out, y'all like, yeah, if that was Keith one Tom Thurman, he would have won. Like, yo, it was like a love affair when it came to Tim Tszyu for whatever reason. You know, in America, they respect foreign fighters better than American fighters. I don't even understand. Like, I can't believe y'all was trying to shame the undisputed junior middleweight champion. Y'all was trying to disrespect Jermell Charlo that actually cleaned out his division for Tim Tszyu. Wow. But also in that call, we got Pitbull Cruz back in the ring. I don't know if it's a pit bull or chihuahua. You know what I'm saying? Savage in the building. What's good, Savage in the building. One of the members. If you haven't become a member of Punch Drunk Boxing, come on, man. Smash that link. Become a member. It's only $5 a month. If you want some exclusive, only $20 a month. Christian Padilla in the building. What's good, Christian? Look at Savage. Savage said, man, Savage said, man, I'm done with T.O., man. He's saying Debo now. He want to go for Debo. Christian said, if Haney beats Brian Oman Jr., Haney won't give T.O. a title shot. It's just going to go back and forth for a couple more years. Yeah, man. Man, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about that. Because we're tired of that. And that's why I'm tired about that shit too. Come on, we've been talking about that fight for 6 years. But we're going to see the dynamic. We're going to see what's the difference between the Haneys and the Lopez as well. And also we're going to give praise to the father and son collaboration. Y'all already know since day one I've been saying that fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. But it seems like in the sport of boxing, we always want to be like, yo, fire Bill, fire Senior, T.O. Senior, fire Floyd Schofield, fire Brian Norman, man, fire this father and this father and this father. I'm like, yo, man, look how they got their sons in position. What the fuck is wrong with us? What the hell is wrong with this community? I'm telling you, we're living in a toxic American community that we don't want to respect the fathers. Almost like in the NBA. LeVar Ball should shut up. LeVar Ball should shut up. He only got 3 sons in the NBA simultaneously. Yeah. Lono's boxer said, yo, Bill was indictment today looking for punch at every chimichurri truck and the nutcracker spots. Hey, yo, Bill Haney got to go to uptown. Got to stay away from downtown. He ain't going to find nothing downtown. You got to go uptown, go to hood. The hood. BK4L said, man, I'm tired of T.O. soap opera-ish. Damn. People tired. People tired. A lot of people giving a lot of massive credit to Devin the Dream Haney for securing and finalizing the fight with Brian Oman Jr. I know it's going to be, like 4 months? It's 4 months away because they're supposed to be fighting in November. Damn, a lot of people, yo, remember when Devin Haney was the most crucified athlete? I said that yesterday. Devin Haney was the most disrespected, crucified, vilified athlete in America. Forget about boxing. He was the most crucified. And I'm talking about crucified because the motherfucker never did. He ain't done nothing wrong. Let's be real, let's be honest. When we try to check other athletes, that be like, yo, look at this dumb dude, man. Damn, got a DWI. Man, look at this dumb dude, man, beating this woman and stuff like that. Man, look at this dumb dude getting caught, man, assaulting somebody, you know what I'm saying, with a gun. Man, look at this guy, man, violated the ladies, got a rape charge and stuff like that, right? That's how we be like, yo, man, what the hell is going on? He don't take it serious. But Devin Haney, I know he beat a gun charge, right? It was supposed to be his or something like that, or he had a license for it, something like that. But that was minor-ish, right? But Devin Haney has been very, very good. Devin Haney gives back to the community and stuff like that. He's done video giving back to the community. Doesn't really say a lot of crazy shit in the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't even talk that much. As Bill Haney does the talking for the most part. Just because he's not an entertaining fighter like that. But he wins and he know how to win. And he never popped dirty. He never came overweight. He never did none of that, right? But why is so much of the hate with Devin Haney, right? So much of the hate with Devin Haney. But then, like I said yesterday, what gave him his respect back, when people slowed down all the criticism and the heckling, was when Teofimo Lopez avoided and declined and dug the fight with Devin Haney. Dug the contract to fight Devin Haney. It is what it is. It is what it is. Am I saying that Teofimo Lopez is scared of? Hey, yo, Teofimo Lopez will beat the crap out of Devin the Dream Haney, man. But it is what it is. But I gotta talk about the dynamic. The dynamic changed, though. And I'm trying to figure out, like, because I'm still shocked. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy, Mr. Moonshine, is still shocked that Teofimo Lopez did not sign to beat the crap out of Devin Haney August 16th. I am still shocked. I'm still shocked. You know what? I've been thinking real hard, man. I've been thinking real hard. And I'm like, what changed? What the dynamic changed about the Lopez? Because let me tell you like this, straight off the gate. Teofimo Lopez was told, Teofimo Lopez Sr. was out here. Let's not forget that some of these fathers, shout out to all the fathers in the sport of boxing, the fathers, they took the blueprint of Senior and Bill. But let's be honest, in the beginning, Senior, T.O., is the guy that leading the way. The captain of the generation, the commander-in-chief. The resume speaks for itself. They beat Nakatani, and then they beat Richard Comey, a champion, and then they went to fight Vasily Lomachenko. But let me tell you like this, who was calling for, and if you look at Teofimo Lopez, how many amount of fights? He did that in 15 fights. Teofimo Lopez did that in 15 fights. Nobody was moving like Teofimo Lopez. Nobody was moving like the Lopez. Even the industry, even Top Rank was trying to tell him, nah, you're not ready for Loma. Calm down, you're not ready for Loma. But there was one guy that was the loudest voice in the sport of boxing, and his name was Teofimo Lopez Sr. Oh yeah, the people in the sport of boxing was hating on Senior. I told everybody my son will be everybody. We ain't scared of them. Remember this? They all scared. Teofimo Lopez was calling out Vasily Lomachenko 2 years before he fought him. Manifested it. And when he was calling for Teofimo Lopez, when he was calling for Vasily Lomachenko, peep this, y'all, peep this, because we was here in Punch Drunk Boxing. The lead up, and shout out to my brother, Rap Star Boxing out of the voice of the UK. He's my witness. Leading up to the Vasily Lomachenko fight, Teofimo Lopez Sr. said, we gonna beat the crap out of Loma, and then we're gonna go after Josh Taylor, that pussy. Remember? One thing about the Lopez is they manifest shit. Teofimo Lopez was wearing the Nostradamus hat. But you know what was the good dynamic before with the Lopez? Is that Teo let his father lead the way. We're going to start out with that. You know what's the different dynamic of then and now is that Teo Sr. was leading the way and Teo Jr. followed his father's lead. Since day one, we'll get this coach. We're going to hire Joey Gamache. We're going to talk like this. You just do your stuff. And remember, Teofimo Lopez had the reputation or as the kid, as the happy kid, doing the Fortnite, doing all that happy shit. And his father was out here. My son is going to beat you, calling everybody out their name. My son is the best. He's the greatest. He's the best. We're coming up with Lomachenko. And then we're going after Josh Taylor. He was manifesting everything. And Teo wasn't too much talkative. He let his father lead the way. He let his father manifest everything that he was saying. All he had to do was go in the ring and actually just manifest whatever his father was saying. And it was happening. They was doing their thing. There was a time, let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen, when Teofimo Lopez, when we're gonna go to the Haney dynamic. Let's go ringside views. What's good, my brother? What's good, Low Nose Boxing? What's good, Rap Star Boxing? Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you where I think things have changed. The dynamic have changed. But let's go step by step. We ain't going nowhere. There was a time, remember, May 30th. Of that year, 2019, I believe it was 2019 or 2020. 2019. No, 2020. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. May 30th was supposed to be the pay-per-view event between Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez, Madison Square Garden. Right? Pandemic hit, whatever. Teofimo Lopez was supposed to be making, I believe he was going to make $3 million, something like that. Right? Vasily Lomachenko was going to make, I think, $6 million and stuff like that, right? It's gonna be a big fight. Remember what Teofimo Lopez just did? He stole the show in that Bud Crawford versus the Mean Machine. That was the card that he knocked out. Richard Comey in the second round, Madison Square Garden. It was lit. Everybody loved it. Teofimo Lopez stole the show. A lot of people was at Madison Square Garden to see Teofimo Lopez, right? He did his thing. They only wanted to give Teofimo Lopez $1 million to fight Vasily Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez, remember, it was right here in Punch Drunk Boxing. Check the archives. I know I got a lot of videos, but if you check the archives, you'll get all the answers is in Punch Drunk Boxing. All the answers. From the Haneys and the Lopez. All the answers is right here in the archives. It's just like a big book. You got to just go back and peel the layers and stuff like that. Remember that time? Lopez was not going to get the fight because he felt almost like he felt right now that they promised him an amount and then they went and said, if you're going to fight Vasily Lomachenko right now, this is a take it or leave it deal. Get this $1 million. That's why the reason why Teofimo Lopez said that after the Vasily Lomachenko fight, I didn't even come home with $1 million. He came home with $500,000, $400,000 to $500,000. Vasily Lomachenko. And remember when we was on the panel on Punch Drunk Boxing and his father and his father, let's take it, man. Take that fight because it's gonna come 10 folds or it's gonna come multiple. You're gonna make more, you're gonna make triple if you beat Vasily Lomachenko. We believe in you, Teofimo Lopez. Take the deal. You remember that live show? Take the deal. Teofimo Lopez was not gonna take the deal because he said, man, they lowballing me now. Man, take it, man. This is the opportunity. His father was saying, we can't let this slip away. He told his son, we cannot let this slip away. Senior, come on, if Senior's listening right now, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. If Teo is listening right now, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Teo wasn't trying to be like, nah, I ain't gonna get low ball. And Senior was like, man, don't let Lomachenko slip away. The money is gonna come later. Teofimo Lopez, listen to his dad. Aight, dad, let's do it. Fuck it. Remember? And what the Teofimo Lopez did to Vasily Lomachenko, beat him. 4.3 million people viewed that fight. To this day in America. And we're going to be talking about this Top Rank deal with ESPN, right? And we're going to understand where really Top Rank fucked up. And it's going to go back to what I'm about to say right now. Right? So Teofimo Lopez fought Vasily Lomachenko, outboxed Vasily Lomachenko like your boy, Mr. Moonshine, said it to y'all. What was going to happen? Y'all said a lot of people was coming to Punch Wrong Boxing and saying, yo, no, Punch, you crazy, man. Teo only got to punch his chance, man. This is high tech, man. He's not ready for it. They was calling Teofimo Lopez green. Do you remember this, ladies and gentlemen? Do you remember? Do you remember that time when we talked about Teo? Do you remember that time when we was talking about Loma? Remember that? So, Teofimo Lopez outboxed Vasily Lomachenko. And then what happened? Well, we said, if Teo just get that payday. Remember, the top-ranked Bob Arum gave him a take-it-or-leave-it deal. They actually gave them facts, a take-it-or-leave-it deal. If you don't want to fight Lomachenko for this money, we got Felix Verdejo willing to take the fight. They was about to put Felix Verdejo versus Vasily Lomachenko. They didn't even try to negotiate with Teofimo Lopez. Take it or leave it deal, or we give it to Felix Verdejo. And that's why his father said, take it, fuck it, take it, let's take it. We ain't going to let Lomachenko slip away because we're going to manifest what he's been saying since day one. Teofimo Lopez Jr. trusted his dad. Let's get this fight. They beat Vasily Lomachenko. And then what happened after? Triller bid it for $6.2 million. It came true that it was going to come. Money was going to come. Just beat Vasily Lomachenko. And everybody in the boxing world, even Teofimo Lopez haters, video still up, right? Even Teofimo Lopez haters was like, yo, he finagled the whole, he beat the system. He beat the system. See, I know a lot of people is not going to be talking about this because, of course, what happened was that Teofimo Lopez lost a split decision with George Kambosos. But let's also not forget how that fight happened. Why and where did it take place? Let's not forget Triller, Ryan Kavanaugh, bid on the fight. $6.2 million. Teofimo Lopez was going to be making $4 million. Remember, he was getting $1 million. Nobody was getting $4 million. Not Devin Haney, not Gervonta Tank Davis, not Ryan Garcia. He was going to be the highest pay right there because he beat Vasily Lomachenko. He believed in his value, he believed in his worth. He took it to purse bid, and everybody was surprised. The whole boxing industry was surprised. The whole boxing industry was surprised. Queso in the building. What's good, Queso? La música de Queso, la música de Queso. Look at la música de Queso.
He's got his own money.
Say he's got his own money. I need the
La música de Queso. Surprise. We're going to be talking about what Eagle is. We're going to be talking about. We're going to have a surprise, baby. We're going to give a giveaway. Bud, Canelo, Las Vegas, MGM Grand. Nice. That's it up. Dice que me lo hables. Dice que me la música yankating. What it do? We doing good. So all right, let's keep on going. Let's keep on preaching. We talking about what happened to the dynamic of the Lopez. What changed about the Haneys? What changed about the Lopez? Are they trading places? Is it now Teofimo Lopez the dream and Devin Haney the takeover? Oh, because that's what a lot of people are saying right now. A lot of people coming to my chat saying, hey, yo, Punch. I think Devin Haney is really the takeover and Teofimo Lopez is the dream. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Calm down. Relax, okay? Relax, right? Now y'all going overboard right now. Teofimo Lopez is the takeover, damn it. But how did he take over? He took Devin Haney. Calm down. He's still the takeover. What he taking over? What fight he got lined up next? He probably got Riches and Hitches. I ain't hear about it. He probably got Rolly. I ain't hear about it. And what about Gary Antoine Russell? I heard Gary Antoine Russell in his latest interview. We ain't gonna hear that. He's still the takeover. Stop playing around. Ain't no dream. He's still a takeover. That's what I'm talking about, Queso. He said, why won't he do it? He asked for 20 mil, but 11 is good. Man, easy work. Even if Haney runs, that's what I'm talking about. Haney ain't even going to give Teofimo Lopez a nosebleed. Hey, yo, Gasso, and everybody in the chat, man, I'm still shocked. I'm trying to wake up. I thought it was a nightmare and shit like that. I was like, oh shit. Yo, what happened? What happened, Pud? Even the wife was like, get that pasa. What happened to you? What happened? Huh? I'm like, nah, man. I actually thought that Teofimo Lopez dug Devin Haney. That shit is like, no, he did. He did. It's the real world. He did. No, I'm having a dream. Teo ain't done no Devin the dream, ain't it? Teo ain't done no Devin. Hey, yo, you remember the movie Rebound? You remember the movie Rebound? Right, with the GOAT, the biography, the bio, what you call it when they make a movie based off your life of the GOAT, Earl Madigo, Remember that the actor was Don Cheadle, right? And you remember he was on crack, right? When he was on crack and he got arrested, and then his mother came to see him. Or the woman that took care of him and stuff like that helped raise them, or his granny, whatever like that. And he's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Nah, how you doing? I'm going back to school. You know what I'm saying? I just need a little break. You know, I was going through something and stuff like that. You know, I know I haven't gone to school in 2 weeks, but I'm gonna get right back. And she goes like, what are you talking about? What is he talking about? I said, what you mean what I'm talking about? It's only been 2 weeks. It's been 2 years. He's been a crackhead and heroin addict for 2 years, but he thinking that it's only been 2 weeks. And he's like, no, what day it is? What day it is? That's how I felt. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how I felt. I wake up every day thinking like, nah, that was a dream. Yo, I thought my boy Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney. Hell no, man. That fight is still going to be on August 16th. Then I go on Twitter and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, shit is the real world. My God, the takeover, the captain of the generation, the commander-in-chief. God damn it, go, Lord. Shit. But anyway, let's go back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back. So I want to tell you how the dynamic changed and what happened to what may have happened to the Lopez. Because the Lopez was out here in Front Street calling everybody out. Everybody knows that Teofimo Lopez will smoke, will fight anybody, any place, anytime. Let the resume speak for itself, right? That's why he's two-time lineal. There was no manufacturer. He wasn't built up with easy opponents all the way for 20 fights, 17, 50, 20-something fights, and then they started giving him some good opponents. Nah. He coming straight out the gate. Comp. That's why I give a lot of credit to Teo, Vasily Lomachenko, Usyk, Bam Rodriguez, even Shakur Stevenson. These guys was not manufactured, like giving little easy fights here and there. So peep this, right? Y'all remember, like I said, he was calling out Vasily Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez Sr. was calling out Vasily Lomachenko and calling out Josh Taylor at the same time. He beat Vasily Lomachenko. He got that Triller, $6.2 million. Y'all already know it was supposed to be in Miami. They was postponing dates. Floyd Mayweather was going to be fighting Logan Paul, announced on the same day that Teofimo Lopez was going to fight George Kambosos in the same place in Miami. Leonard Ellaby tweeted to Teofimo Lopez, the takeover. They were trying to sabotage Teofimo Lopez date with George Kambosos in Miami. Y'all remember that? Everything, all the information is here. I was going back and forth with Leonard Ellaby. Leonard Ellaby blocked me and stuff like that. I think that was the beginning of me not getting media credentials to PBC. I was going back and forth with Leonard Ellaby. Leonard Ellaby was going back and forth with Teofimo Lopez, and he was talking about the takeover. He was making fun. Leonard Ellaby, Mayweather Promotions, was making fun of Teofimo Lopez that they're taking his date, and not only in Vegas, that they're going to put their event in Miami. Guess what happened? Triller, who's not really known in the boxing community like that, right? Ryan Kavanaugh, he got scared. They postponed Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos because Floyd Mayweather was going to put Logan Paul and himself on the same day in the same time in Miami. See, a lot of people wasn't talking about that. See, people been trying to sabotage the politics and the politics of the sport of boxing been trying to sabotage Teofimo Lopez for a while, not paying him right and all of that stuff. That's why I don't push that thing. I don't push that shit to the side, right? I understand Teofimo Lopez's frustrations. I understand it. So just to continue, right? The Florida State Commission is what made Floyd Mayweather move his date on a Sunday because they can be 2 boxing events in the same town on the same day. Because remember, security, cops, and stuff like that. So they moved the Miami State Athletic Commission. I'm sorry, the Florida State Athletic Commission moved Floyd Mayweather to the Sunday date, but they already canceled. But Teofimo Lopez and them already canceled the date. And I remember the video I was saying, yo, why did Triller cancel that date? Y'all should have just used that as a all-star weekend in boxing. You got Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos, and then you got Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul, and all the media will be in Miami and stuff like that. Y'all remember? Y'all remember, folks? Just like Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor is going to be in New York City on a Friday, July 11th. And on July 12th, we got Edgar Berlanga versus She-Rat, Shakur Stevenson versus William Cepeda in Queens, New York. Friday, Saturday. Triller, another postponement. They had like 9 postponement of that fight. But let's remember, the money is still there that Teofimo Lopez earned because he beat Vasily Lomachenko, because his father talked Teofimo Lopez into taking the fight with Vasily Lomachenko with that skimpy money that was going to give him, and promised that if you beat Vasily Lomachenko, you're going to see that money's going to come flying down. And I remember I had this conversation with Teofimo Lopez, and I said, don't worry, you don't got to chase money. When you beat Vasily Lomachenko, money is going to chase you. And it did. It did. Even Triller had a forfeit, and Eddie Hearn picked up the tab. Teofimo Lopez was still going to get paid $3.9 million, $3.1 million, and the $800,000 of the down payment that they had to give back, and that was awarded to Teofimo Lopez, $3.9 million. Still got his money. Now, the issue why people don't want to talk about that major move by Teo now is because he did lose to George Kambosos. But if he would have beat George Kambosos, that would have been his value. He couldn't go back to top rank, and they're going to give him anything less than $4 million. But the moral of what I'm saying is that Teo listened to his dad and let his dad manifest everything he was saying. Okay, the hiccup with George Kambosos, but the eyes on the prize is still Josh Taylor. They got Sando Martin, Madison. Wait, they got Pedro Compa. He beat Pedro Compa, knocked out Pedro Compa. Then get Sando Martin. Then he was supposed to be fighting Pedraza. Sando Martin was the last minute replacement, if y'all forgot. New York City. So Sando Martin beat Teofimo Lopez. I'm sorry, Teofimo Lopez fought Sando Martin. He beat Sando Martin. Josh Taylor is the guy. Jackie Hernandez, la reina de boxeo in the building. What's good, Jackie? Jackie, what do we want? Jackie, that's what you need. Una mujer como Jackie. So, Teofimo Lopez, let's get the Josh Taylor fight. Let's get the Josh Taylor fight. Remember, Senior was calling Josh Taylor a pussy. He's a pussy if you don't take the fight. Same thing he was doing with Vasily Lomachenko. He got the fight. And then he beat Josh Taylor. And then what happened? They started trading places. Teofimo Lopez more and more started talking, which is good. I don't want Teofimo Lopez to stop talking, but that doesn't mean that Teofimo Lopez Sr. needed to stop talking and leading the way. The boxing world was saying now, the boxing world is continuing to say, yo, we're senior. They don't want me to talk. They don't want me to. Even Teofimo Lopez Sr. was saying, all right, they kept me from talking. Who's keeping you from talking? Who is keeping you from talking if you have manifest everything you've been talking since the amateurs? You've been leading the way. It's been you leading the way with your son. Who the hell was saying stop talking Senior now? Then we saw, remember that interview of Teofimo Lopez and Mark Kragel. And Teofimo Lopez Sr. walked in, right? On Teo's interview. And Tio Sr. said, man, edit that thing out, man. Come on, talk about boxing. And Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Jr. told his father, man, come on, man, stop acting like a bitch. That right there. Ladies and gentlemen, whether people want to believe that right there. There was a respect level here that went shoom, that reminded me of Floyd Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather Sr. Y'all remember that interview? Man, stop. He told Junior said, man, stop acting like a bitch. He told his own father, mira, señor, if my son tells me that, mira, yo, boo, boo, mira, I'll pop my own son in the kneecap, bro. Mira, señor, mira, háblame así, estúpido, ¿qué? O yo soy papá, yo soy tu papá. ¿A quién tú le hablas así, maldito estúpido, eh? Enfrente de la gente tú me vas a hablar así. Dímelo, Domingo. Y'all remember that clip? I was like, nah, Tio, not like that. Not in public like that. Not in public, ¿verdad? He said, man, stop acting like a bitch. Man up. Let me tell you like this. I was a Pretty Boy Floyd fan. He said, don't hurt the kneecap. I was a Pretty Boy Floyd fan. Floyd Mayweather was one of my favorite fighters. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., and Floyd Mayweather. I used to call them the three amigos. I used to tape their fights. If my grandmother was here, she would tell you. I had so many VHS tapes of me recording their fights. Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., and Mike Tyson. I used to call them the three amigos. Those are my three favorite fighters. The day where I couldn't respect Floyd Mayweather as a man was when he was talking. I mean, when he was building the fight with Shane Mosley, right? I think that was a Shane Mosley buildup. And that time when he kicked his father out the gym, right? What year was that? Was it 07? Was it 09? I was already a father there. I think I was already a father. I became a father around, I forgot when was it? What was it? Because I said, man, I never disrespected my father like that. Never. To this day, I never raised my voice to my dad. To this day. Never. I had a fear-love relationship with my father. Like I feared him when I was younger more than that. You know that fear, like you fear him more than you love him? Is that you scared? You know, my father was that hard-nosed, never smiled, never, but I never raised my voice to my dad. Never. My father said, hey, yo, go downstairs and buy a gallon of milk. I'd be like, okay, who? I used to get in trouble if I go like this. Yo, this was the most that I did to my father. And that was the most disrespectful thing you could do to my father is, I go, y ese trippity-trippy, eh? Y ese trippity-trippy. He used to call it trippity-trip. Y ese trippity-trip. ¿Ah? Y ese trippity-trip. Que tú me estás dando trippity-trip a mí. That right there, that was me disrespecting. That's how far I go. Even though if I bring my father up here and be like, and my father would tell you himself. One time my friends used to tell, hey, yo, what son you like better? Me or my older brother? My friends used to tell my father, like in the block, yo, which son is your favorite? Eddie or Pete? And he's like, well, Eddie never disrespected me. But I'm saying never in my life, right? The relationship I have with my son, to this day, no disrespect. My son has been the perfect son. I know that people have kids, but I'm keeping it real. My son, the bond that I have with my son, King, perfect. He's been a perfect son. Perfect relationship, right? Father and son relationship. So when I see that disrespect, also that time with Floyd and his dad, I'm like, damn, bro, that shit is effed up. And you did it in front of people. Because if you disrespect your mom, your dad, your woman, or your children in front of people, nobody else is gonna respect them. If Floyd Mayweather was disrespected, Floyd Mayweather Sr. like that, his whole crew, everybody ain't going to respect him. The same way I saw in that interview, we all know that Tio loved his dad. They're like best friends and they have a different dynamic. But that was a disrespect moment that you could tell that it's changing. The power. Hey, you still going to be a coach, you still want to be around. You got to move the way that I want you to move. That's not the way it goes. See, the dynamic is that Tio Sr. always had the respect to take control of the camp, of the career, of the potential opponent, and convince his son, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to go. This is how we're going to move. And the trust that Tio had for his dad, he followed through. I remember I was in camp with Teofimo Lopez leading up to the Sando Martin fight. Yo, and I love that sparring session. I was sick and stuff like that, so I couldn't even be energized and stuff like that. But Senior was fighting a super. I think he was sparring a super middleweight, like a dude that was weighing like, or even he was sparring a light heavyweight. Dude was like 175 pounds, and he hurt him to the body. I think it was the 7th, 8th round, right? And I remember after that sparring, and he hurt his hand that sparring session, and once he sat down, taking his glove out, whatever, blah blah, and he said, "Yo, that's my issue right there. That's my problem, bro. I gotta listen to my dad." I stopped listening to my dad. I gotta start listening to my dad, because when I listened to him, because I remember Tio Senior was giving him instructions, and as soon as he started doing what Senior was telling him in that sparring, then then Teofimo Lopez started doing this thing and started going to the body. He was working on going to the body and shit like that. Yo, those sparring sessions was better than the fight with Sando Martin itself. But it became an issue of listening, right? Listening, trusting. At a certain point, it became there's a trust or there's a respect to listen to the man that got you there. We don't know. Maybe his life experience, maybe his marriage, maybe a new love, maybe his new money. Maybe. But there was the voice that used to be the voice of the takeover has diminished. Because let me tell you like this. If Tio Sr. still had that voice that I believe he always had, leading up to the Richard Comeys, leading up to the Nakatanis, leading up through the Olympics and his whole career and the amateurs and leading up to Vasily Lomachenko, leading up to the Josh Taylor, we will be watching, or the announcement would have been made, Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, August 16th. If Teofimo Lopez Sr. still had that voice. Trust me. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. This is our time. We're going to beat the shit out of Devin. And guess what? Tio would have taken that fight. This is my assumption. I'm not saying I talked to the TOs and this would have known. This is what this is my honest opinion from the outside looking in and also knowing the dynamic of the Lopez. Tio and his dad love each other. You see them, they everywhere together. But when it came to probably career decisions, Tio took all the way over. And is now Senior listening to Junior. You could see it in the interviews, in the panel when he was talking to Bill Haney, and I said, and my son told me this, and then he's going along with Tio with what his son is saying. So the roles switched. Every time, put it this way, in New York last time, I seen Tio Senior. We walk in the street and in the arena as well. People are saying, "Yo, Senior, why you don't talk no more? Yo, Senior, where you at? You've been missing." Every time now. In the last time when he was in New York City, leading up to the May 2nd fight, and then with the Richardson Hitchison fight, That's what he gets all the time now. Yo, Senior, where you been at? Man, I used to love when you used to talk your shit. Yo, talk your shit, Senior, where you been at? Everywhere Senior steps, that's what he gets now. What happened? Where is Senior? Who's putting more muscle on them? Who's pushing them to the side? Because when he was in the forefront of the takeover was ready to take over on anybody. Tank, Ryan, Devin, Shakur, anybody. He's ready to go all out. Ready to go all out. I told everybody, like Brian Guzman said, they all pussies. He'll say to their face. If Senior was in the driver's seat that have made Teofimo Lopez the two-time lineal champion, Mr. Nostradamus that manifested almost everything that has been going through with his career. We'll be watching Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez August 16th. Get that $8 million, and like he did with Vasily Lomachenko, take that $8 million, and that shit is going to multiply that by $20 million. Because if you knock out fucking Devin Haney in front of the Prince, in front of Turkey, and now they're getting warmed up to you right now. Because remember, leading up to the fight was about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, the rematch. Now they're warming up to you. Just play along, my brother. Tio, play along. Play along. They nobody's mad at you. Nobody's trying to hate on you. Play along. You get Devin, we'll get to the $8 million. Knock him out. Then we're looking at $20 million, and Turkey Al Sheikh will be talking to Al Heyman and said, dude, you right? I got to fight for you. All the money you want. Look what I'm doing to Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Teofimo Lopez for $50 million. I would give you $50 million. I would give $60 million. I would give Teofimo Lopez. Trust the process. Baba with $2 super chat was good. He said, man, if Haney wins better, 147, 154, is he a all-time great? Of course. Of course. If he beats Brian Oman Jr., go to 154 and be a Fundura or something like that, of course. Of course, my brother. I know Senior. Senior, my friend. I know Tio Jr., they're my buddies. I know Senior want that fight just as much as I want it. I know Senior want that fight with Devin Haney and Tio just as much as I want it. Because we've been talking about it for 6 years. There's no way that public and be like, do a PR move and say we don't want the. No, I know. He want that shit just as bad as I want it. And just as bad as other Teofimo Lopez fans want it. Just as bad that many people want it. But that's the difference between now, the Lopez and the Haneys. See? The difference is that Devin Haney trusts every word of Bill Haney. Every word of Bill Haney. Every move that Bill Haney gets, cosign. I got Dad, you know what to do. I trust you in anything you do. If you tell me to go out there and try to go and beat Drago and kill Ryan Garcia, I'm going to approach the shit like that. If you tell me to run versus Jose, remember, like that Bill Haney said, I told my son to do that. Devin Haney gonna run. If Bill Haney says, son, we're gonna need you we're gonna need your signature. I want to sue Ryan Garcia and I want to sue Golden Boy Promotions. All right, Dad, here. Like Bill Haney said that I had my son sign off on it. You're going to go to Australia. We're going to go to Top Rank. All right, Dad. We're going to go to Golden Boy Promotion. All right, Dad. Or after Ryan Garcia weighed in overweight. Hey, yo, forget about that. Let's get the 600K. All right, Dad. I want to go out there and knock this guy out and go out there and do like Drago did in Rocky IV to Apollo. All right, Dad. Run, son. All right, Dad. Everything is all right, Dad. Devin Haney trusts Bill Haney with every single thing. That's the difference between Devin and Teo right now. Fight Fury Films in the building with a $20 super Johnny Body K. Haney runs to the smoke, but Teo runs to the fire. I like that. I like that. Fight Fury Films. I like that. How does that sound? Haney runs to the smoke, but Teo runs to the fire. The smoke could kill you just like the fire can, though. Depending if Devin Haney is running the hookah smoke, you know, hookah ain't gonna do shit to you. But that thick smoke, that building thick smoke, is the smoke that kills you before you get hit with the fire. It's the smoke that kills the babies. So the smoke is just as lethal as the fire. Put it this way, we seen people stay alive all burned up. We seen burned up people. But once that smoke goes into your lungs, bro, and your organs collapse and explodes, so the smoke is just as dangerous as the fire. The fire does smoke, though. We can't say that until he fight Devin. I don't know if Devin is the fire, though. He was winning the fight Boots. Let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about Chuck. Let's not forget about that, folks. Teo, just like, hold on, folks. I respect what Devin Haney is doing right now. This is nothing against Devin Haney. Devin Haney is doing what he's supposed to do. Every fight fan, combat fight fan should respect what Devin Haney is doing right now. No shades on that. But let's not forget that Teofimo Lopez signed to fight Boots Ennis. And Boots Ennis did a recent interview and stated that he was not trying to fight Teofimo Lopez because he didn't feel that he will be 100% in 147. So we giving credit to Devin signing for Brian Norman, but let's not forget that it was Teo that signed up for Boots. Let's not forget about that. So okay, he not signing. Remember why he declined to fight Devin Haney? It's because the $11 million that he was gonna get for Boots, he was not gonna get with Devin. And he said, I signed up the $11 million, and the $11 million said that it will be $11.5 million to fight Boots or any high caliber champions and fighter in that contract. Devin Haney is high caliber, right? So why he didn't get the $11 million? Why they wanted to give him $8 million? So even with that, I understand. I just come from my mind. I have an ego as well. I say I don't have an ego, but my ego will be like, I'm not going to leave $8 million on the table as well. All right, I'm not going to get the $11 million, but get the $8 million and then beat Devin Haney because many people believe, your dad believed that it'll be an easy fight. You weren't even going to get a nosebleed. You beat Devin Haney and then you move on to what? The third fight. And if you do it in an exciting way, we'll see Turkey out Shake saying, shit, let me get that tank now and Teo. Let me get that tank and Teo. Let me get that tank and Teo. You know what I'm saying? We need that senior back though. We need the Teofimo Lopez Sr. that says we'll fight anybody. We need that Teofimo Lopez National Diamonds that said, we want Loma, we want Josh Taylor, we want Devin Haney, we want Boots Ennis, and your son is gonna be marching to the sound of your words. Yeah, Dad, we out. Trust me, son, get this fight. Hasn't everything that Senior said to his son ever since he was small, look where he's at right now? Why stop listening to him now? If Tank KOs Teo after Lamar, is he an all-time? If Tank KOs Teo after Lamar, is he an all-time great? Yes. 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 Teo's a two-time lineal. Good looking out with the $2 super chat. Teofimo Lopez is a two-time lineal champion. One of the most accomplished fighters of the young generation. And I think he's already got a Hall of Fame resume. Now the question is going to be first ballot, second ballot, or third ballot. But I think if Timothy Bradley's in the Hall of Fame, Teofimo Lopez is going to go to the Hall of Fame, folks. But why should he take less than the pay of Ryan? My brother. Stop. You want Teo to keep pocket watching other motherfuckers. It's just the sport of boxing, my brother. Some people just know how to do they have representation that does a better negotiations. You can't go along pocket watching people. Oh, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight because Ryan Garcia is and Devin makes more than this. So what? Yo, there's been times where people let's not forget, how much did Canelo Alvarez for Shane Mosley for $1 million? How much did Canelo Alvarez for Floyd Mayweather? Matter of fact, how much did Canelo Alvarez for Miguel Cotto? You remember the split of Canelo Alvarez and Miguel Cotto? You remember the split of Miguel Cotto and Canelo Alvarez? How many fans you think that Canelo Alvarez was already bringing in? If Canelo Alvarez was pocket watching people, he wouldn't be like, I'm not gonna sign to fight Cotto. I ain't going to fight Cotto for that money. Let's Google what was look at the purses. Look at the purses. Stop with that weak ass narrative already. These people making more money. Stop pocket watching them and worry about your own shit. Put it this way. Hold on. Cotto versus Canelo purse. Look at that. Look at that, Cotto, for you. Cotto was guaranteed a purse of $15 million, while Canelo $5 million. Guaranteed purse. Already been in the ring with Mosley, Trout, and Mayweather. Why you pocket watching? If Canelo Alvarez could do it, how much they pay Canelo Alvarez for Shane Mosley? Hold on. Let's see. Let's see how much. $1.2 million just a fight. Take a pay cut down to $650, and that's for a co-main. Mosley last fight he's made $1.5 million. Ricardo $1 million, and picking extra money $7 million against Floyd Mayweather, Sergio Mora. So the 100 well is reflection of where Mosley is at. $1.5 million. That's Canelo. How much Canelo Alvarez is making now? You gotta trust the process, my brother. Trust the process. Teofimo Lopez is only 27 years old. By the time that Floyd Mayweather was 27 years old, he just finished fighting Chop Courtney, my brother. Not everybody became all this millionaire like out of nowhere. Teo gets the $8 million. Put it this way: this is the modern day Floyd Mayweather versus Zab Judah. What was the purses for that? Hold on. What was the purses for that? Hold on, Louis. Hold on. Let's do this right quick. Mayweather versus Judah. Purse. Look at this, folks. Look at this. Mayweather guaranteed purse of $5 million and Judah $1 million. Trust the process. Trust the process. How much you think Teofimo Lopez beat Devin Haney for $8 million? You know that $8 million can't go below that. Then his next payday will be like $15 or $20 million. And then his next payday, he beats Devin Haney for $8 million. And then he gets Gervonta Tank Davis. How much you think he's going to be making? Come on, man. You got to trust the process, bro. $8 million is $8 million, Kodo. $8 million is $8 million. There ain't no chump change, bro. And then you move 27. Can you imagine how much Manny Pacquiao was making fighting the Barreras and the Morales of the world? How much Manny Pacquiao was making when he actually went? That's when Manny Pacquiao became. You got to do the dirty work, and Teofimo been doing the dirty work, but that money is going to come. It's increasing. Teofimo Lopez it went from what? The most $2.8 million, 2.4, $2.3 million to $8 million. It was supposed to be 11, but $8 million. And then after you beat Devin Haney, it goes to what? And then it goes to what? And then you're 27 years old. What happened when you're 29 years old? What happened when you're 31 and you're still winning? Then you get the Canelo Alvarez and the Floyd Mayweather and the Manny Pacquiao money when they hit their 30s. Their 30s. Ladies and gentlemen, how much Bud Crawford was making? How much Bud Crawford was making? Let's go with the Sean Porter and Bud Crawford. Because we already know that he made his money versus Earl Spence. Sean Porter, Bud Crawford. Sean Porter, Bud Crawford. I'm trying to compare what a fight with Haney and Teo could be at that level. How much was that? How much they made? How much they made? How much they made? Crawford, $6 million. Porter, $4 million. What's the issue? Louis Jane with a $5 super chat says, and that's why Cesar Chavez has so many fights, because he loved to fight and didn't fight for the love of money, for the love of the sport. Good looking out. Be big, get busy with a $5 super chat says, salute, hit the damn like button. Facts. The difference now between Teo and Devin and the Haneys, Bill and Senior, is that Senior has taken a step back. His word is not as respected as it was. I'm not meaning that he can't make Teo. If he feels something, he can't make Teo do that. Fight that. Devin, whatever Bill Haney says, he does. If Bill says we're going after Brian Norman Sr. while he's arguing with Brian Norman, all right, Dad, I'll get the Brian Norman Jr. fight. We're going after Teofimo. All right, Dad, I'll sign for Teofimo Lopez. We suing Ryan Garcia. All right, Dad, I'm suing Ryan Garcia. We're suing Golden Boy. All right, Dad, we'll sue him. We're going to work with Turkey Al Sheikh. All right, Dad, we're not going to sign that top-ranked deal to fight Teofimo Lopez with that for $2.4 million. All right, Dad. All right, Dad. Devin Haney trusts his dad with everything because the formula worked the same way it should be with Teofimo Lopez and his dad. The formula should work. Do you know how hard it is for Devin and Teo to reach the level where they at right now? Do you know how hard it is for Brian Norman Jr. to reach the level? Do you know how hard it is for Floyd Kid Austin? All these fathers has been vilified and then has been crucified in this community. And all of these fathers have humbled us at the same time, the whole community. Bill Haney has humbled the community. Floyd Schofield Sr. humbled the boxing community. Brian Norman Sr. humbled after you ducking this, you ain't fighting this, whatever. You ducking boots. Now what we talking about? Now Brian Norman Jr. is gonna make way more money fighting Devin than he was gonna fight with Boots, and we all thought that they was dumb. Let's be real. Let's be honest. We all thought that Brian Norman Jr. and his dad was dumb for passing over what we thought is the most money that Ed was going to make. And there we contradict ourselves with that one as well. Right. Even with that, we're contradicting ourselves. So that's why on the title, I said Teofimo Lopez handing over the takeover keys to Haney, or a epic move by Teo awaits. Because as much as we're looking at this move like, damn, Teo, shit, Teo, damn, Teo, man, when you going to fight Devin Haney? Damn, Teo, man, come on, man. And then Teofimo Lopez just be like, you know what? I'm fighting this person. And we like, oh, for this much money. Oh. Just like Amanda Serrano did to the world of boxing. Just like Brian Norman Jr. just did to the world of boxing. He's going to get way more money. Triple the money that he was about to triple or double the money that he was going to make with Boots, he's going to make with Devin. And guess what? The Devin Haney is an easy fight, and he's going to get more money. And Devin Haney is more accomplished than Boots Ennis. Peep that, folks. Peep that. Brian Norman Jr. is going to get double, triple the more money fighting Devin Haney. A safer fight. And he's more accomplished than Boots Ennis and going to get more money. Who's winning? Ain't nobody shitting on Brian Norman Jr. now. Ain't nobody in boxing critiquing Brian Norman Jr. right now. Or his dad. Or the decision that they made. Ain't nobody criticizing Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin. You know what they've been talking in interviews. We'll work with Turkey Al Sheikh. Wow, that first round knockout. Versus Tevin Farmer. Now he's lined up to fight the same guy that he was about to fight. That fight with Shakur Stevenson is still up for grabs. It's still right there in arm's reach. Teo is in position. He's still lineal champion and WBO champion. Devin Haney has a brand name. You ain't going to stop the Haneys from any fight. You can't stop their grind. They're hustlers. Bill Haney is one of the biggest hustler in boxing. You're not going to keep him from getting a fight. He's going to hustle. He never took a day off. Got to respect him for that. But the dynamic of the Lopez and the Haneys have changed a bit. Not really with the Haneys. They keep it consistent. We need Teo Sr. to be back in the driver's seat, and Teofimo Lopez Jr. to trust his father's decisions at all times, because where he's at right now is because of his dad. Where Devin is at right now is because of Bill Haney. Can you imagine Devin Haney's career if Bill Haney would have said, you know what, I don't want to manage your career after the Linares fight? Where would Devin be right now? Where would Devin be right now? If Bill, you remember when Bill said, oh, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna let my son decide whether he wants me to be the trainer and all this stuff. You remember that? Leading up to the Linares fight, and he was on Punch Run Boxing, and I was telling Bill, and the Punch Run Boxing on the panel, I said, nah, stay with your son. You gotta stay in the corner. It's too late for you to switch, for you to bail out right now. And he was trying to explain that he wants his son to make the decision, that he built his son to a position, and he wants his son to make that decision if he wants him to stay in his corner, if he wants him to still work for him and you know, moving his career. Why wouldn't Devin trust Bill? Look where Devin is at in his life. Why wouldn't Teo trust his father? Where's Teofimo in his life? Look at Kid Austin. What did he says? I don't give a fuck if y'all don't like my dad. Look where I'm at because of my dad. I am who I am because of my dad. I reached the level I am because of my dad. I'm in the position where I'm at because of my dad. Brian Norman Jr. feels the same way. But there has been a dynamic that have changed with the Lopez publicly, and people have noticed it. that Teo Jr. has taken the lead from his dad, and his dad has taken a step back. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if Teofimo Lopez was out here just like Bill Haney, Teo Sr. was out here, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, you know, Rap Star, am I right or wrong? When it was just Bill and Senior out here in the YTBC promoting fights, gunning for fights, asking for fights. We got this, we got this, we want this, we want this. But guess who was leading the way? It was the Lopez. Nobody got under the skin of any fighter like Teofimo Lopez Sr. He got a gift. Just like Bill Haney got a gift, the gab, Teo Sr. has a gift that he could get you under the skin and makes you want to fight him. Makes you want to fight Teofimo Lopez. And I get it. There's some contradictions as well. There's some hypocrisy. Look at Rapstar. He said Teo Sr. is needed out here. We know that. Everybody now, remember, even the people that used to say, yo, man, Teo, man, tell your father to shut up. Because that's what the boxing world tells all the son. Everybody's telling Devin to tell Bill Haney to shut up. Everybody was telling Teofimo Lopez Jr. to tell Teo Sr. to shut up. Everybody was saying to Floyd Schofield Sr. to tell, they wanted his son, Kid Austin, to tell his father to shut up. Everybody wanted to hear Brian Norman, but in all reality, if it wasn't for their fathers, they wouldn't be where they are today. I don't want none of their fathers to shut up. And now that Teo Sr. doesn't talk as much, the whole world, I'm telling you, I've walked with Senior. I've been in the garden with Senior, outside of the garden. And now everywhere he goes, people are stopping him. They'll take a pen. They say, yo, where you been at, Senior? Yo, I used to love when you used to talk that shit. You remember when Angel Garcia stopped popping his mouth? When Angel Garcia stopped popping his mouth, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. Why do we want these fathers to move back when their career is at their highest and they're accomplishing shit? Why? I'm gonna tell you like this. The sons ain't street. As a matter of fact, the sons can't talk like the fathers. Devin can't talk like Bill, and Teo can't talk like Senior, and Kid Austin can't talk like Floyd Skull, like Senior, like his dad, and Brian Norman Jr. can't talk like Senior. They get it popping out here in these streets. Teofimo needs to put the trust in his father again and let his father be the driver's seat again and believe that whatever he says, all you got to do is execute. He already sacrificed his life for you to be in the position to cause chaos and beat whoever they put in front of you. Whoever your father calls, you fight. I remember that terminology. I fight whoever they put in front of me. You remember that was my era. There was a terminology in the sport of boxing where fighters used to say this: I beat whoever they put in front of me, meaning fighters didn't give a fuck. Fighter didn't care how much money is on the table. I trusted my team. I didn't give a damn. Teofimo Lopez don't got to give a fuck about. Keith Connolly is one of the best managers in the sport of boxing. Teofimo Lopez Sr. is a trainer of the year. All Teofimo Lopez has to pay attention is to the fight game. Go to the gym, fight. Yeah, pop your shit in social media and stuff like that. But remember the formula. Remember the formula. Remember the formula. And I feel like the formula, because I know that if Senior would have had his voice and is respected 100% and trust that everything he's been saying has come to pass, Teo would have signed that deal to fight Devin Haney. That's what I believe. I could be wrong. Senior could come out here and say no punch. You're lying. No. If my son said no, I say no. But I remember when you say yes and your son may be on the fence, he'll trust your word. Because if it wasn't for you, and Teo Jr. knows that, if it wasn't for his dad, he won't be where he's at right now. ain't nobody sacrifice more than Senior. Nobody should have a say-so. No friend, no cousin, no uncle, no mother, no aunt, no sister, no nieces, no nephews, no son. The trust lies with Teofimo Sr. The trust lies with Bill Haney. The trust lies with Floyd Schofield, with Virgil Sr. You think that, ladies and gentlemen, you think that Earl Spence doesn't listen to his dad? Y'all forget that Earl Spence's dad been in this corner since he was 15 years old? Yeah, Derrick James been there. But Earl Spence Sr. been in the corner. Remember, it's Earl Spence Sr. that told his son, sign with Al Heyman. It was Senior that said it, and Earl Spence said it. My father wanted me to sign it, so I had to do what my father said. And look what Earl Spence got: a farm, a big house, and one of the highest paid of this era. Trusting your dad, because everybody, for the people that are fathers out here, we sacrifice for our sons, and all our sons have to do is sacrifice for themselves, but we sacrifice for them. We lay the ground for them. We die for them. Our son don't have to die for us. We die for our sons. Never forget that. Fight Fury Film. Con 90 pesos, me dice. All these fighters need to do is remember the scared creed. The sacred creed is about how you win and how you lose. That's trust in that. Yeah, man. Everything is not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. And ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the members, for the ones like Fight Fury Film, like Jackie Hernandez, like those who support the channel to the fullest. We having a giveaway. Lucky or luckies will win a ticket to go to the Bud Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight in Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium, MGM Grand. Flight to go see the fight. Stay tuned for more updates, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to you by Queso John Edward. Oh yeah. It's Jackie and I'm the +1. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Oh, little Queso trying to play a little move. Hello, Jackie Jack, huh? Oh, it's going to be Charles Edward King now, huh? Because we got La Reina de Boxeo. El Rey de Boxeo va a ser Charles Edward Cheese ahora, huh? Me find out Mr. Hernandez trying to make a move on Mrs. Hernandez, huh? Mr. Hernandez trying to make a move, huh? Hey, at least you're not like low-nose boxing. Hey, yo, Jackie, at least he's not like low-nose boxing. Low-nose boxing be throwing me un peso de plátano, dos pesitos. You know I can't even buy a potato chip for $2. Hey, yo, let me tell you the truth, bro. I was talking about this with my boy early on the day. Yo, la comida se está poniendo caro. Yo, the food is getting too expensive. Yo, my kids, I bought my kids wanted Skittles, right? 2 packs of Skittles. Y'all remember that shit used to be 50 cents? This shit costs almost $3. A pack of Skittles that used to cost 50 cents cost almost $3. 2 Skittles. And they wanted, what was it? 2 Skittles, and what else they wanted? And they wanted the lollipop. You remember the lollipop that you go like this? Right? That shit costs almost $3. A snacky bag that back in the days cost me no more than $2. Nowadays it's almost $10. 2 Skittles. Over $10. 2 Skittle bags and 2 lollipops. I see, no, Donald Trump. What happened? Donald Trump, you have to help me right here because the kids want candy and shit like that, okay? Films. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lucky one. Look at Lono's boxing. No, Lono's boxing. You do that. $2 pesos. What the hell, Jackie gonna do with $2? Lono boxing. I see, no. Lono's boxing. You that shit gotta turn like yellow or red, like the Fight Fury films of the world. You gotta level up. Hey, yo, Jackie, right? Yo, I don't remember the last time I left a tip for $2. Yo, I don't remember. Yo, I don't even leave a tip for $2 if I'm buying Chinese food in the Chinese food store. I still give them even more than like if they delivered it. Míralo en los boxes, and you already know that YouTube me quita también los percentage. Hey, yo, you can't even buy a blow pop no more, bro. You can even buy a mint ball. You remember the mint ball used to cost 5 cents? You can even buy a mint ball. The mint ball costs $5 now. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, anyway. Shout out to all the fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. I wanted to talk about this, man. Shout out to Floyd Schofield Sr. and shout out to Bill Haney, because I think for the most part right now, those two fathers has been one of the most hated fathers right now in the sport of boxing, right? A lot of people have been saying that Bill Haney talked too much, shut up, and all that stuff. He's capping and every derogatory name that you could think of. But Bill Haney got one of the thickest skin in the sport of boxing right now. And a lot of people was crucifying Floyd Schofield Sr. A lot of people. Come on, let's be real. A lot of channels, a lot of pundits, a lot of independent media, a lot of fighters. They call him out his name. They disrespect him. They call him out his manhood, all that shit. But all that shit went away when Kid Austin knocked out Tevin Farmer in the first round. And like I was saying, in the build-up to this fight or any other fight, and we've been talking about this on my channel time and time again, that in the sport of boxing, we don't give a damn. To be honest, it's unfortunate, but we don't give a damn if a fighter violates a chick, if they do something bad in society. All we want them to do is get in the ring and entertain us. And once they entertain, everything is erased. Everything is swept under the rug. Con los 10 pesos, mira, familia, tenemos ya, I'm a buy Skittles mañana ya que tenemos 10 pesos porque los boxes me da y ni un mimbo puede comprar con eso. Gracias, Mora. Mora, mira, niño. Mora me dio 10 pesos. Skittles mañana. Good looking out. Appreciate you. Y los boxing, y for el juguito. Pero da algo por los juguitos también, que lo necesitan. They need the drinky. Huh? Do need that para Tropical Fantasy, Lonos Box. You know that Tropical Fantasy is not 50 cents anymore, right? You remember when Tropical Fantasy was 50 cents? You remember when Chef Boyardee used to be $1.29? You buy 3 cans for $5. You remember that? No wonder that our era been obese, that we was obese, because everything was just cheap. I mean, look, I think it's a good thing that Skittles is caro, is expensive now, because now it does keep kids from just going to the store and buying man candies, right? It's good. Like, think about it. Skittles cost, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. This is crazy. A bag of Skittles costs just as much as a McChicken sandwich. A bag of Skittles costs just as much as a slice of pizza right now, bro. I don't know what the hell they did with the candies now. Skittles are not even good. I don't. To be honest, I'm not a candy Jackie. I don't eat the candies. Even when I buy my kids some candy, I don't have a sweet tooth. The sugar in my system is the rice, is the bread, and I don't even eat that much bread. I eat a lot of rice. That's the sugar. You know what I'm saying? That's the sugar that I got in my system. It's too much rice. You know, but I'm not a. And the only cake that I like is Dominican cake. You know what I'm saying? I don't buy cakes. I don't buy donuts. You know, none of that. Oh, and sugar is the drinks. you know, the sugar is the drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't like mixing a lot, but now, I go to a spot and they do the margaritas real strong. Let me get a margarita. They do it real strong, and I'm good. I'm good. Yo, you remember what the plátanos used to be? You could go to a spot and get 10 plátanos for $1. In the grocery store, you could get 5, 7 plátanos for $1. Now you can't even buy one plátano yet? Shit is crazy. But anyway, back to boxing. Shout out to the fathers, man. Of course, in the sport of boxing, we always want to be like, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? As we all know, Devin Haney gonna be fighting Brian Norman Jr. That's gonna be a good fight for Devin Haney. There's people out there that feels like Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin just said in an interview with 78 Sports TV. He said that he believes that Bill Haney is sending Devin Haney on a suicide mission. Do you believe in that? Do you think that? Eric Brand in the building. What's up? $5 super chat. Good looking down. He said, shout out to all the fathers and trainers making their sons champions and millions. Do I just have to be subscribed to win the Canelo Crawfish tickets? Hey, man. Be a member. Nah, we doing the member stuff. We doing the member. And you're a good supporter as well. The constant supporters and the members. The member and the live members, the members that truly comes to these live shows, and I know who y'all are, and show us love. Because by the end of the week, we gonna do something special. We're gonna do something special. It's gonna be a lucky person, a +1, or a lucky 2 person. We're still trying to maneuver how we gonna do it. Charles Edward. Con $100 a comprar gasolina de 93. Yes, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you, the humanitarian of the sport, of the YTBC, the humanitarian, and ATM. DJ Camelo, Alice Sensation, págame la música, me dice Charles Edward Kessel says, top 5 candles. Peanut M&M's. Oh, candies. Top 5 candies. They get candles. Peanuts M&M. Peanut Chew. Butterfinger. Reese's Pieces. Caramel Almond Turtles. Damn, I like peanuts. Hey, yo. Hey, man, you like a lot of nuts, man. What's going on? I can't imagine Charles Other Cheese saying this. My top 5 favorite candies, and it has to be nuts, is peanuts, M&M's, peanuts, Butterfingers, sometimes it slips. Reese's Pieces, I like my chocolate. Caramel and almond. Damn, I like peanuts. Peanuts. Cassoulet, peanuts. And you if you give Charles at the Cheese a Milky Way, he's gonna be, what is this? What is this? It doesn't have no peanuts in it. Here, take it back. Give me a Snicker bar, please. He said he didn't think it through. He said, why are you giving me Milky Way? Didn't I tell you my top 5 candies? And it needs to have peanuts, all right? Pea the fuck nuts, okay? Oh, shit. Oh, man. Yeah, you don't want no Milky Way. What's the other one that doesn't have no peanuts? What's the Musketeers? He don't like Musketeers. He don't like no Milky Way. Throw that shit on my motherfucking face, all right? Hey, yo, watch it. Josue Vargas gonna come out of nowhere and be like, I like peanuts. I like peanuts too, Mr. Queso. Josue Vargas gonna come out of nowhere and shit like that. You're gonna be like, who said peanuts? Who like peanuts? Yo, Charles and the Cheese said my type 5 peanuts. He don't like the M&Ms. He don't like the brown M&M bag. He like the yellow one. Make sure you bring the yellows, all right? Make sure you bring the yellows. So it might be getting that Teo fight. Nah, shut up. Nah, you don't like Hershey's either. I don't want no Hershey's, no Milky Way, no Musketeers. I don't want none of that shit. Give me the peanuts, damn it. The peanuts. Raisin peanut. He like peanut butter. He wants peanut butter and jelly. How do I become a member? I think the link is up there. The link is up there. My brother, get busy. Caramelo. Yo, yeah, crazy. Charles is crazy. Cancel with you probably cancel with peanuts. Butter beacon ice cream. You remember that episode with Martin? Almond. Oh, you my almond. You my almond joy. Hi, almond. Oh shit. But anyway, man. Yo, you know what? I do like the trash talking between Egabalanga and Shiraz, though. That's a good trash talk. And I like what Egabalanga did say, bro. I like how Egabalanga been trash talking Shiraz. He said, man, that's your papi. Turkey I'll shake is your papi. Don't let them talk to you like that, Shiraz. Fight back. Don't let Egabalanga talk to you like that. I'm nobody's papi. All right? I'm only two person's papi. But Crawford, my chocolate thunder. And Canelo Alvarez, my cinnamon bun. Yo, motherfuckers. Hey, yo, motherfuckers be hitting me up saying, yo, Punch, yo, stop playing like that with Bud, bro. Stop playing that with Bud. What do you mean? Yo, Punch, stop playing that with Bud, man. Stop that shit, man. I'm going to unsubscribe, man. Stop that shit. Shut the fuck up. Bud Crawford is the chocolate thunder of the Turk. I like that. I'm never gonna forget about this. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna keep on saying this shit until the shit ain't funny no more. Let me see that. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, my chocolate thunder. Hold my hand, my little chocolate thunder. I heard that you divorced that fat bitch that you had. Hold my hand, chocolate thunder. They told me that you have cheated on your big baby mama. Huh? All right. I'm very happy about that. Hold my hand, my chocolate thunder. Hold the hand of Aladdin. Hold my hand, bitch. Yo, Bud Crawford was so embarrassed out there. You know what it is? He was out there in Saudi Arabia, but he wouldn't. Bud Crawford would have really felt weird if he would have done it in Omaha. Or this is Omaha, Nebraska. Or love it. Take me around your neighborhood, Bud Crawford. Take me, yo, Turk. Take me around your neighbor. Give me your hand. I don't know you. I heard you got shot before in the head. Hold my hand and protect me. Yo, can you imagine if fucking Turkey Al-Sheikh come to Omaha, Nebraska and walk with Bud Crawford? Teach me around the way. Where do you get shot? Talk to me, Chocolate Thunder. What happened that night? He's going to check his head. When did you get shot? When did you? Does it still sting? Does it still hurt? Oh shit. Arabian night, like Arabian day. Damn, I can't get no fucking media credentials, man. I want to have an interview with fucking Turkey Al-Sheikh. Hey, yo, I'm going to make y'all promise. I'm going to get an interview with Turkey Al-Sheikh, man. That's going to be a goal of mine, bro. I'm going to get that interview with Turkey, bro. I'm going to get it. Punter Unboxing. I heard you were talking so much shit about me. I wasn't talking shit. I was just, I was just doing skits. I wasn't, man, I'm not that type of guy, man. I'm a joker, man. What are you talking about? I'm just a junk with a mic. You'd make fun of me. You'd tell me I have Jesus slippers. You'd tell me I have a gown like your grandmother. You'd tell me I have turban. You'd have this accent. You'd tell me I'm holding the hands of my chocolate thunder. That I love cinnamon bun Canelo Alvarez. I could make you my caramel thunder too, motherfucker. Yo, Turkey is funny. Turkey is funny. Turkey is funny, bro. You have to give him the normal introduction. Yeah, man. Turkey, I'll shake, aka Aladdin, aka aka the ATM, aka Banco Popular, aka Wells Fargo, aka Chase. So would you accept his money punch? Dare me Wintershine. Nah, hey yo, the money gotta be so good that these motherfuckers, the money gotta be so good that these guys be saying, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, Ryan Garcia. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Teofimo Lopez, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. They get around Turkey, I'll shake. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Praise me to Allah. When the money is too large that you just throw Jesus Christ to the side. Yo, we seen that happen. The only guy that kept it real in that press conference in New York City, the only guy that kept it real was Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez didn't filter. No, he says, I'm here for my Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Devin Haney, praise me to Allah, inshallah. You had Ryan Garcia, praise me to Allah. You had Teofimo Lopez, assalamu alaikum, praise me to Allah. That money was so good. Everybody turned Muslim for that day. Jesus Christ must be looking at these motherfuckers like that. Oh, you niggas. Y'all motherfuckers, all these years I sacrificed for you, motherfucker. You gonna train me for Muhammad? Huh? All these nails I got in my hand and my damn ankle and feet. And you motherfuckers gonna really trade, for a damn turkey. Can you imagine? Jesus be mad. You remember in the Bible says that God has his wrath. And the Bible says that God has his wrath. I think that at one point, people was looking at Turkey out shake like he was Jesus. Like he was Muhammad. Like, oh yeah, Turkey. Like, yo, he's just a man, bro. Hey, yo, Turkey out shake ain't even saying Jesus Christ. And when he come to America, he ain't why? I want to know who they think. I get it why they are like that with Turkey, because you remember when the PBC fighter used to be like that with Al Heyman? When you had what's his name? The dude that, what's his name? De Los Santos, not De Los Santos, what's his name? Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz named his son after Al Heyman. Y'all remember that, right? Got a Mexican kid named Al Heyman, Al Jamón. Huh? Papi, ¿por qué tú me llamaste Al Jamón? Huh? ¿Por qué tú me querías el nombre de ustedes? Están riendo los niños en la escuela. They laughing at me, daddy, because my name is weird, like a Mexican kid called Al Heyman. Me están llamando Al Jamón. Like if I want some cheese, like queso con jamón con sándwich. ¿Por qué tú me llamaste de esos hombres de Al Jamón? They used to love Al Heyman. You remember the fighters, Keith, Danny, Earl Spence, Deontay Wilder. They used to praise Al Heyman before Jesus Christ. They used to be, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Al Heyman, and my manager and my trainer, my family, and then I want to give thanks to Jesus Christ. He said Al did his best, though. Nigga was on his K-Sir Zoys. And I'm gonna say it like this, man. I seen Bigfoot more than I seen Al Heyman. Yo, Al Heyman gotta be one of the smartest, richest, most famous. Yo, Al Heyman in the music industry and in sports, in boxing, is probably the most famous unseen person ever. How you could be so famous and never been seen? That is the most, yo, for real. That got to be in the Guinness Book of Records. Al Heyman must be the most famous guy that never been seen. He's almost, to be honest, I'm not saying that Al Heyman is Jesus Christ. Of course, you already know I love Jesus Christ. This is all a little jokey joke, right? But Al Heyman has that, like, you know of him, and you know that he's alive, but he's nowhere to be seen. How can you be this famous and nobody knows how you look like right now? Like, we only, the only picture we got of Al Heyman is the picture next to Floyd Mayweather when he got the leather Yankee cap. That means that was late 2000s, because I had one. The leather Yankee cap. Al Heyman has been missing for more than 15 years, folks. Almost going on 20 years. Nobody's seen Al Heyman, bro. And everybody talk about, even Turkey Al Sheikh said, yes, I'm doing good with Al Heyman. How can you be so famous and go unseen like this? Yo, not even Michael Jackson did a good job trying to hide his babies. He did mask and all of that. Nobody's seen Al Heyman, folks. And you can't tell me that Al Heyman stayed in one apartment or a house and never came out. That's weird, bro. I gotta give it. He's supposed to be in the Guinness Book of something like that, in the Guinness Book or something. Charles Sabotage says 1 photo in 30 years. How? Yo, social media, cameras everywhere. Where's Al Heyman? Yo, I want to learn. Yo, I've seen HOD more than Al Heyman. And no, I ain't never seen HOD's face. And nobody never seen HOD's face, but shit. But Al Heyman, I want to know if he got a belly or something like that. Like, damn, like if he got long hair, he got dreadlocks or something. Al Heyman must be sitting next to somebody and you wouldn't even know that's Al Heyman. Because you could change a lot in 20 years. You could change a lot. And I want to talk about this, though. There was people are debating on Twitter about, you already know that ESPN is no longer going to be in boxing. ESPN, the world leading network in sports, is not going to be with, in boxing. Top Rank is leaving ESPN. Well, ESPN is leaving Top Rank. They didn't renew the contract. And there's a lot of people that are saying, oh, no, it's because Top Rank didn't deliver great matchups. And Top Rank didn't deliver great matchups. And everybody is trying to avoid the truth. Let me see if y'all caught on. Let me see if y'all caught on. And maybe y'all follow me on Twitter or whatever, but don't cheat. Don't cheat. I'm gonna say right now, and I'm gonna give y'all 15, I'm gonna give y'all 30, 20 seconds. Why is ESPN not invested in Top Rank and boxing anymore? What's the reason? A lot of people on Twitter are saying because Top Rank never delivered the matchups, the mega matchups, to keep Top Rank afloat with ESPN. And I say that wasn't a reason. But let me know what y'all think. I'm going to give y'all 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Why? What's the reason? Karate Kid says Jews. Charles Sabotage says he doesn't know, question mark. Castle said don't know. Brown says no viewership. What I'm about to say is what people is avoiding. They don't want to say it. UFC more profitable for them. That's an angle. Let me see. We got 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. People want to chat. HOD look like Sammy Sosa now. UFC more profitable. Okay. Nobody's know. Why? Y'all don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody's trying to say that. Everybody is avoiding it, but nobody want to say it. Everybody's avoiding. I'm not saying this is not a big story, but it is what it is. Nobody's saying it. Russian mob connections. Ooh. You're close. You're close. Pay cut. All right. I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why. 3 reasons, but I'm gonna give you the main reason is the third one. But I'm gonna give you 3 reasons how that Top Rank did not deliver with ESPN. The number one, but the number three is the main reason. I'm just gonna give you two reasons that I feel like where Top Rank dropped the ball. Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko was the most viewed fight in free TV since Keith Thurman versus Josecito Lopez on Fox. To this day, 2020, Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko was the most viewed boxing event, since on free TV. What happened after that? A Star is Born on ESPN through boxing Top Rank. Top Rank got greedy, didn't deliver the type of payday to keep Teofimo Lopez in the network. Remember, 4.2 million, 4.3 million views. So what happens? He won the purse bid, he goes to another network. That's not good for ESPN Disney. You just gave us the numbers finally with Teo, and he leaves. And the next time they seen Teofimo Lopez again was 2 years after. Now, that's not the reason. I'm just giving you where ESPN is looking at it like, man, y'all dropped the ball. Top Rank, I gave y'all the money. I gave y'all the budget. Bring that star back. It's about viewership here. And the viewership left. Bud Crawford, the most invested fighter on Top Rank, outside of Tyson Fury when he signed, but he was the most invested. Bud Crawford never wanted to do interviews or nothing like that. He used to say no to interviews, right? If Bud Crawford would have promoted himself the way that he promotes now, Top Rank would have been in a way better position than they are right now. Bud Crawford never wanted to promote himself, wanted to do interviews. He was very dry in doing interviews. Bud Crawford is everywhere now. He's seen everywhere. He's everywhere now. If he would have done that in his career with Top Rank, they would have been different. Now, there's the real reason now. Is it MBK or MTK? MTK. Yes, MTK. Daniel Canahan. When Disney found out that Daniel Canahan is in bed with Top Rank, MTK was promoting Tyson Fury, their biggest star, the biggest moneymaker. Josh Taylor, the Undisputed, one of their moneymakers. When MTK and Daniel Canahan is on the run, and then ESPN did their education on who Top Rank is in bed with, they figure we're not going to be in business with Top Rank and renew that contract because Disney is Disney. How can you be in bed while Top Rank was in bed with one of the world most wanted gangsters in Daniel Canahan, the Irish Mob? That's the reason why ESPN, maybe some people want to disagree, but this is what nobody want to talk about. None of the media have the balls to talk about this. None of the media want to present this. None of them want to ask questions. They asked a couple questions what that happened, and Tyson Fury avoided it. Josh Taylor avoided it. Bob Arum avoided it, saying that he doesn't do any business with Daniel Canahan. As we all know, that's a lie. And this, you know what I know? Because ESPN, let's not forget about this. What was the promotional company that he was working with? The promotional company after MTK, Probellum. Remember Probellum? ESPN and Top Rank. ESPN told Top Rank not to do business with nobody in Probellum. Thus, Jason Maloney was not going to be fighting versus Nonito Donaire at the time when Nonito Donaire was in Probellum, because they felt that Probellum was in cahoots with MTK. And so I already know when they didn't want to do no business, when ESPN did not want Top Rank to do any business with anything linked to Daniel Canahan. Remember, Probellum had to sell their promotional company to somebody else, has to disattach themselves, stop doing business. So I know if ESPN didn't want Top Rank to do anything with Probellum, I think that was the thing that they like, you know what? Your main fighter is Tyson Fury. Y'all still have him under contract. We don't know if he's still with Daniel Cunningham. You have other fight. Disney, Mob, and the Mob together. That's the reason why ESPN left Top Rank, in my opinion. Makes sense? That's part of the reason, but it was conflict. Yes. New York Santos, thank you. Conflict of interest. Conflict of interest. Because think about it. Why would ESPN now leave with Turkey Al Sheikh invested in Top Rank? Think about it. ESPN won't even have to spend a lot of money because Turkey Al Sheikh is the bag, so the budget won't even be all of that. But I don't think that ESPN also isn't fully trust. See, that's why Turkey Al Sheikh has to do business with TKO, with the UFC, with Americans to really smooth his way into this market. Just as much as these people need Turkey, Turkey needs them as well. But I think that's the reason why. That's the reason why. And people still think that Daniel Cunningham is still in the business of boxing. Some way, some shape or form. But anyway, ESPN also was leaving baseball. Well, baseball is not on the zone. Everything is about viewership, man. Everybody is buying content. That's what it is. It's the numbers, man. Everybody buying content. Netflix buys content. They're not buying the sport anymore. You know what I'm saying? So social media took over, and that's how people get paid. Regular people getting paid. Entities, podcasting. The viewership has been very, very low. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it's gonna come back around where people get bored of what they doing and really gonna want to go back into normal shit. Want to be in the house and looking at things and really do the family event stuff. And I think people gonna miss certain things like I think I think that people just have short attention span. People are glued to highlights and reels. People don't want to live the real life. They want to live the REEL life. It is what it is, but folks, man, tomorrow 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we got the interview with Floyd Schofield with the Schofields, his dad, his son. Tomorrow, I know they've been doing a bunch of interviews. I don't even want to do a lot of questions that's gonna be, the same. So, if leave your questions in the post. I'm gonna put a post up and leave your questions or forward it to me and stuff like that. We're gonna have them. Also, I'm trying to bring Yoenli Hernandez. I'm trying to do a Spanish interview. El Cubano from the middleweight division. He's doing this and he's doing his thing. I think he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. I think he's gonna be the king in the middleweight division. Yoenli Hernandez. He spars with Canelo Alvarez. That's his favorite sparring partner. He's the protege of Demetrius Andre as well. Demetrius Andre also is working to get an event going on in late November. Hopefully he secures that. Yeah, man, and hopefully we get the Lopez. I think people want to listen to the Lopez. Probably will get Tio Senior to talk and shit. And let me know what other people you want. And Coach Larry Wade, ladies and gentlemen, again. Damn, where the book at? Ladies and gentlemen, support Coach Larry Wade, man. It's a good book, man. If you into the sport of boxing, into training, knowing how to cut weight, knowing how to train, knowing how to rest, knowing how to eat. This is the whole formula of how a fighter prepares, how he prepares all these elite champions. Get this book, man. Shout out to Coach Larry Wade. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna try to. A matter of fact, I'm gonna try to get. I know at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time we got Floyd Schofield, and we probably gonna get Coach Larry Wade. Probably get him after that interview or before. I'm gonna go live 8:30 or 8 p.m. Eastern time when I secure the interview, but the Floyd Schofield interview is secured. We were supposed to do this interview last week, but he said, yo, let's wait till the book dropped. The book has dropped, and now we can really talk about it. I'm gonna be reading this. I'm gonna finish reading this. It's an easy read. He's a track and field star. Look, he got the, how to train your body through the day. Train focus, strength and conditioning, mids. You know, just the whole formula, man. The whole formula. How to build a champion. The whole formula. You know, recovery, so you can recover from, how to recover, man. I'm telling you this. I already read half, and I think I think every fighter should read it, and every trainer should read it. Up and coming trainer, up and coming fathers that's training their sons, and things of that nature. What book is that? It's Let's Build Champions with Coach Larry Wade. Coach Larry Wade is the strength conditioning coach too. Jake Paul, Kalen Plant, Sean Porter, Robisi, a plethora of fighters in the sport of boxing have worked with Larry Wade. Rolly Romero, he's worked with a lot of people. Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all already know tomorrow we back at it. God first, everything second. 5 + 5 equals 2 champions, baby. Y'all already know, man. We're giving that giveaway. Somebody lucky is gonna win to go to the Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez time. Las Vegas Raider Stadium, Allegiant Stadium is gonna be one hell of a giveaway. +1 or 2. We gonna see how we're gonna dabble with this. Shout out to Charles Edward. Get someone to build the humanitarian at the YTBC. God bless you, my brother. You already know, man. Blessing on top of blessings, my brother. Hope the health is good and great. You know what I'm saying? And Fight Fury Films, good looking now. Everybody that donated to the channel today, man, God bless you. Everybody that smashed that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the live, share the channel. Love y'all. On to tomorrow. I'm about to drop a couple of videos for the night, so I ain't going to sleep. We still working. Love you. God bless, and on to the next.